root x over 2 root x over 2 equals 8. Find x. Hi there, this is Daily Mathematics, and today we have this very nice question in front of us to solve. First of all, what's the first thing we're going to do? Let's rewrite the question. We have square root of x over 2 and another square root. We have double square root x over 2 equals 8. Now the first thing we're going to do is to square both sides in order to get rid of the square root. So we square both sides. The square cancels this square root, that's the first square root, and then we have x over 2 and then root x over 2 and then square. The square has been cancelled, equals 8 squared rather, right? Equals 8 squared. And so the next one we're going to do is to square both sides again, and that's where this square comes in. Square both sides. All right, and so when we square both sides, we have x over 2 squared, x over 2 squared multiplied by root x over 2 then squared, right, equals 8 raised to the power of, here we're going to multiply both powers. We have power 2 and power 2. We have two powers. We're going to multiply the powers. We're giving us 4, and from here, so what we have is x squared over 2 squared, which is 4, multiplied by square, here cancel square root, and we have x over 2 equals 8 raised to the power of 4. All right, so from here, what's the next thing we're going to do? So from here we can just multiply x squared multiplied by x. We have x cubed divided by 4 multiplied by 2. We have 8 equals 8 raised to the power of 4. And so from here we can cross multiply, and when we cross multiply, we have x raised to the power of 3 equals 8 raised to the power of 5. All right, so how do we now get x, the value of x? So I found x raised to the power of 3. From here we can just cancel this, the power. When we get rid of the power, the next thing we're left with is the x. And how do we get rid of the power? By multiplying the power by 1 over 3 equals 8. When we do whatever we do at the left hand side, we do at the right hand side. We multiply the power by 1 over 3, and so yes, this cancels this. We have x, right? We have x equals 8 whole number, 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 rather. So our value for x here becomes 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3, right? Now how do we verify? Let's check our answer. Let's check our answer if it's correct. So we have x equals 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 from this original question. Let's try it in. So from here, the original question was root x over 2 and root x over 2 equals 8. Now wherever we see x, let's substitute the value for x in this equation. So from here we have root 8 whole number 5 over 3 over 2 root 8 whole number 5 over 3 over 2 equals 8. All right, so what are we going to do now? Now we have another method for this. We can use the method that we used in the beginning for this one to check our answer if it's correct, or we can use the second method that we have. And what's the second method? Now remember that when we have root a, it's still the same as a raised to the power of 1 over 2. All right, so when we're going to have root a, is going to be equal to a raised to the power of 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. All right, so with this we're going to use it for this. Now here we have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2, and we have a single square root for this first number. So we have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2. All right, and then we have raised to the power of 1 over 2, and that's where this square root comes in. The square root becomes raised to the power of 1 over 2 multiplied by, and we have the second one, 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2, right? And we have raised to the power of 1 over 2 and then more times 1 over 2, right? Because of the double square root, we have square root here, so times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 equals 8. All right, so now what next? So from here we have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2, and we have raised to the power of 1 over 2 multiplied by 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2, and then we multiply this raised to the power of 1 over 4 equals 8. All right, so what's now the next thing for us to do? So remember that when you have a raised to the power of m multiplied by a raised to the power of n is going to give us a raised to the power of m plus n, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do for this part. In this section, we have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2 and 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2. Now the bases are the same, we have different powers. So what do? We take a base and we add the powers. So we have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 divided by 2 raised to the power of 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 equals 8, right? So now what's the next thing we're going to do? 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2. Now 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4, what will it give us? It's going to give us 3 over 4. How? 1 plus 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 4, 4 plus 1 over 2, 2. That's 4 plus 2, 6. 6 divided by 8, that's going to give us 3 over 4 equals 8. Alright, so what are we going to do next? So let's continue here. So we have these 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 over 2 and all over 3 over 4. So what are we going to do? We can now split what we have. We have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3, and then we're now going to have raised to the power of 3 over 4 over 2 raised to the power of 3 over 4. Now remember that this raised to the power of 3 over 4, it applies for both the numerator and the denominator. So we have equals 8. So from here, what are we going to do? We're now going to bring this over to this place. So we're going to bring this over to this place. We have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3, and we have raised to the power of 3 over 4 over 2 raised to the power of 3 over 4 equals 8. So from here, what do we have? 3 here can cancel 3 here, because we are going to multiply the powers. When we have two powers, according to the laws of exponents, we'll multiply the powers. So from here, 3 cancel 3. We have 8 raised to the power of 5 over 4 over 2 raised to the power of 3 over 4 equals 8. Now what are we trying to do? We want this value, this thing, all this old, and when it's simplified, the simplified value of this to give us 8, to equal 8. That's when we know we are correct. So from here, what do? We have 8. What's 8? 8 is 2 raised to the power of 3, right? And then we have bracket raised to the power of 5 over 4 over 2 raised to the power of 3 over 4. Does it give us 8? We're still continuing that, right? So from here, what do? We have 2 raised to the power of 3 times 5 is going to give us 15 over 4 divided by 2 raised to the power of 3 over 4 equals 8. Now remember that when we have a, if we have, let's do it here, if we have a raised to the power of m divided by a raised to the power of n is going to give us a raised to the power of m minus n, right? So from here we have the same basis, that's 2, and we have different powers, that's 15 over 4 and 3 over 4. What will it give us? It will give us 2 raised to the power of 15 over 4 minus 3 over 4 equals 8. Now what next? Now since we have the same denominators, we can just subtract the numerators. 15 minus 3 will give us 12. 2 raised to the power of 12 over 4, does it give us 8? Now we're asking the question. Now 12 divided by 4 is giving us 3. 2 raised to the power of 3 is going to give us 8. So from here we can see that we arrived at the same answer after simplifying the equation, meaning this answer, this value for x as 8 raised to the power of 5 over 3 is correct. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave your genuine thoughts about this video. Thank you very much.